there's one band that always makes an appearance here on the channel. It's Ghost. And it's not by chance. The Swedish band, led by Tobias Forge, continues to impress and prove that rock is more alive than ever. Today, we're going to talk about their new album, Skeletá, which will be released in April 2025, and also about Tobias Forge's opinion on the current rock scene. So, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. Ghost is back with a new album called Skeletá. For those who know the band, you know that each new release is a unique sonic and conceptual journey. According to Tobias Forge, this album will bring a different concept from the previous ones. While past albums have explored external themes like religion, the Black Plague, and the end of eras, Skeletá will dive deep into human emotions, exploring feelings like guilt, despair, and redemption. This new focus, more introspective, promises to immerse fans even deeper into the dark and dramatic world of Ghost. The first single, Satanized, has already been released, bringing an engaging sound, memorable melodies, and that theatrical touch that only Ghost knows how to do. The music has a dense and melodic atmosphere, something reminiscent of the band's best moments, but with a slight evolution. The video accompanying the track features the new Papa Emeritus 5, bringing an even darker look, and the story seems to take an even more introspective turn. In fact, Satanized is just the tip of the iceberg. With Skeletá, the band promises a more emotional experience, but it won't lack that weight fans love. The album has the essence of duality, between the smoothness of melodies and the impact of heavy metal, creating a contrast that promises to captivate all audiences. Of course, a new album from Ghost means a new world tour. The band has announced the Skeletour World Tour 2025, which will be the biggest tour in their history, with over 55 dates confirmed so far. Fans are going crazy with anticipation to see the band live and witness how Skeletá's concept will come to life on stage. Among the highlights are a performance at the legendary Madison Square Garden in New York, as well as huge shows in Europe and Latin America. In each city, Ghost promises a grand spectacle with visual elements that go beyond just a show, creating a theatrical experience that engages the audience. Tobias Forge, who has always been a master at creating theatrical atmospheres, never spares on production. The tour will not only be a celebration of the new album, but also a way to connect fans even more with the Skeletá universe. We already know the band will bring new costumes, grandiose sets, and a visual narrative that ties in with the lyrics of the songs. Imagine seeing a live performance of Satanized with all the production and the dramatic atmosphere Ghost is capable of creating. The tour promises to be one of the most epic of the band's career. In a recent interview, Tobias Forge made it clear, Ghost is living proof that rock is not dead. He talked about how the band has been able to grow more and more, reaching audiences from different generations and staying relevant in the music industry, which has transformed over the years. Tobias reminisced about the times when he struggled to get his musical projects off the ground, and how Ghost emerged from the need to create something authentic by mixing his passions, metal, horror, and occult themes. He talked about the difficulty of finding his place in the music scene, but how Ghost managed to find its niche by blending different influences, and of course, having a unique vision for their proposal. Today, Ghost is at the top of the rock world, proving there is still room for new bands and bold concepts. This growth is a reflection of how rock, even in today's times, can still attract a wide audience. Tobias emphasized that the band has managed to gain fans of all ages, from younger generations to those who have been into classic rock, which shows that the genre can still evolve and stay relevant. With so many intriguing elements, Skeletá promises to be one of the most iconic albums in Ghost's discography. The big question is, will it surpass the success of previous albums like Meliora and Prequelle? What can we expect from this new release? The sound seems to be heading in a more melodic and emotional direction, but without losing the band's signature heaviness and identity. The expectations surrounding the album are extremely high, and early impressions from fans indicate that Skeletá might be a game-changer in Ghost's career. The mix of heaviness, lyricism, and dark themes is something that promises to captivate everyone. Since its inception, Ghost has been known for its unique and theatrical image. The band's visual identity has always been a mix of religious, occult, and horror elements, creating a unique atmosphere in the rock scene. But like every great band, Ghost has also reinvented itself over the years, and Skeletá promises another evolution in this regard. The introduction of the new Papa Emeritus 5, who already appeared in the Satanized video, marks a significant change in the band's visual approach. The mask, the costume, and the behavior of the new Papa bring a more introspective approach, reflecting the darker, more personal themes that the album seeks to explore. This new Papa seems to have a deeper connection with the album's themes, truly reflecting the band's music, which ranges from spiritual topics to existential matters. So, what can we expect from the album's aesthetic? Will we see new sets and props on stage that reference this more emotional and psychological side of the band? One thing is certain: Ghost's visuals have never been just a distraction. They've always been an integral part of the band's narrative, and Skeletá is sure to continue this tradition with a more personal and introspective touch. Ghost is not only a reference for metal fans, but it has also been a major inspiration for newer bands that are emerging in the scene. By mixing classic metal elements with a theatrical aesthetic and a strong sense of identity, Ghost has created a new path for younger bands looking for a balance between heavy music and an immersive visual experience. Bands like Tribulation, In This Moment, and even Avatar have shown clear influences from Ghost's style, especially in their live performances and the development of their own visual concepts. The ability to blend music, image, and performance in a live show has been one of Ghost's greatest contributions to the rock and metal scene. It's interesting to note how Ghost manages to be at the forefront of a generation that mixes metal and theatricality with a broad appeal to both longtime fans of the genre and newer ones. Perhaps Skeletá will be another example of this exchange of influences, bringing something even more innovative and contemporary to the stage. Like every great album, Skeletá wasn't created spontaneously. Tobias Forge and the rest of the band dedicated months to the creative process, searching for a sound and concept that reflected the ideas they wanted to convey. In interviews, Tobias mentioned that part of the inspiration for the new album came from a more introspective phase in his life, which is reflected in the emotional tone of the songs. Forge also talked about the role of the other band members in this creative process. While he is the main composer, the collective work in the rehearsal room and during the recordings was essential to shaping the final sound of Skeletá. The recording process also involved some renowned producers and sound engineers, which helped elevate the production quality to a whole new level. Moreover, the development of the album's concept and the story behind Skeletá didn't come out of nowhere. Tobias Forge and his team spent months creating a storyline that would perfectly fit with the songs, crafting a complete experience for the audience. The search for authenticity and something truly new was what drove the creation of this album. Skeletá won't just be another Ghost record, it will be a work that marks a new phase for the band, both musically and conceptually. The release of Skeletá is not only a milestone in Ghost's career, but also has the potential to impact the entire rock scene in 2025. We're living in a time when rock, in many of its forms, seems to be searching for new paths, trying to remain relevant as other genres dominate the charts. The arrival of an album like Skeletá could be the key to reigniting the spark in rock, especially among metal and heavy rock fans. The anticipation for the album is enormous, and the success of Skeletá could prove that rock still has the power to captivate audiences worldwide, showing that even in the current music landscape, there's still space for groundbreaking work. And that's it. Ghost is back, and Skeletá is set to take the rock world by storm in 2025. So, what do you think about this new album and the direction the band is taking? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any new content. See you in the next video.